The pharmaceutical industry is concerned with finding cures, alleviating illness, and serving a patient population that's presently not well served through the therapeutic alternatives that they have today. A definition of value that I think is fairly universal is one that says we will measure the outcomes obtained over the resources inputted. Some people like to simplify this to say that it's quality over cost. But when you talk about quality, you have to think about quality for whom. And so when I think about the outcomes, I think about not just things that are said in labeling discussions with the Food and Drug Administration, things like overall survival rates, progression-free survival, attainment of certain laboratory metrics, but I think about greater metrics that really encompass patient centricity. And those include, can a person get out of bed and feel like they can function on a daily basis? What are the ability of a drug to allow a person to work or care for another person or participate in activities that they were previously limited from participating in? And so I think as we really expand the definition of quality in an overall definition of value, we have to think about the patient-reported outcomes, and we have to think about a more general way of measuring the outcomes. And on the costs incurred side, I think we also have to be more broad. We need to think not just what is the wholesale price of a drug, we need to dig deeper and say, is that the price really paid? Because it never is today. There are rebates and discounts, there are other factors involved such that the price paid is often not the price reported. And in addition to the resources spent, we have to think about what are other resources that are deployed. If there is time and energy expended prior to therapy on taking care of other people or not having the ability to care for other people, not having the ability to work, and then those are returned, then that probably should be factored into any kind of costing or pricing in terms of costs. So I think our value definition is really fairly holistic and it's very patient-centric. It's something that you don't see as simply an econometric statistic on an annual basis.